Spelhouse students. Your time is currently 8:42 a.m., Wednesday, April 26th. I'm Malaika, and this is your daily Spelhouse news. Now, first thing on our agenda today, this year's Spelman housing crisis came with a protest. Chants, signs, and the student body gathering together to explain their displeasure with the way that housing has been handled on campus this semester. Now we have my cohort, Jordan Fuller, on the scene of Spelman's campus to get some opinions from the students on the issue at hand and to give you some insight to the on-campus housing. Over to you, Jordan.
Hello. Thank you for coming here today. This is Jordan Fuller. Start off by saying your name.
My name is Sydney Dupree.
Right. Well, Sydney Dupree, how has housing crisis affected you or those closest to you?
When I enrolled, we weren't assured housing, so we had to automatically go get an apartment and stuff. So we flew out, I think the week after I got accepted, to try and find stuff, which the housing crisis was crazy because everyone was trying to find stuff. And we got to Westmar, and it has its pros and cons, but the hardest part is I have a meal plan on campus and also getting to my classes, and they have a shuttle that stops at a certain time, so it just makes it hard.
And how has that been for you so far? Trying to be a student, trying to get to where you got to go.
The schools helped in a few ways. They gave us lift credits early on, which was nice. They gave us $400 for each semester. So that was really a blessing as far as getting to classes. But I know there's a lot of students who are still struggling and had to stay in hotels and stuff like that.
I got you. And I guess how has this affected your view of Spelman and HBCUs in general?
I was kind of warned coming in that it was going to be a little different, a little ghetto. I don't know, experiencing it firsthand is just it's a little disappointing because you expect a certain level of professionalism and they don't have that.
All right, I will just go ahead and start off this by asking, can you guys state your names?
My name is Jasmine Gordon. Sinclair Dupree.
All right, appreciate that. I would say, there is a housing crisis going on right now. How has the housing crisis affected your view on HBCUs and Spelman?
So I would say that the housing crisis affected my view on HBCUs because it kind of saddens me that our cries and our concerns aren't often heard. We have to actually go out and, go in front of, we have to make a whole ruckus on campus. Not a ruckus on campus, but be loud in order to have our accommodations met.
And I think it's us, we want to root for our HBCUs, but it's just they're the ones screwing us over, so it just kind of sucks.
Thank you for your time. Back to you.
Thank you, Jordan. How interesting it is to see what is being provided on campus for the amount of tuition that students pay. Speaking of schools getting paid, that brings us to our next topic. The schools of financial aid at Morehouse and Spelman colleges simply do not give grace to the students of Spelhouse. Many Morehouse students last semester reported being dropped from their classes with little to no time to pay their balances. Now, let's hear from the students themselves on how financial aid is handled and how it has affected their lives. Over to you, Jordan.
All right. Do you feel that financial aid handles student accounts efficiently, or is it a hindrance to students?
I feel as though it's a give and take. I think with my situation, they handled it pretty well, but other students may not say the same. So I think it's about 50-50. I do think that they can progress in a positive way to help students, because I know a lot of students are having problems with financial aid or scholarships or grant money that's not being funded to them, that may be previously funded to them in the past. So I definitely think that they can do a lot better than what they're doing, but they're not doing as bad as as everyone thinks they are.
Got you. And just going with the topic of housing and finances, do you feel that the living conditions in the dorms have been beneficial to your college experience?
I think they could be a lot better. For the amount of money that students are paying, I know that a lot of the money can go to housing, and a lot of it is just being dispersed into things that are already doing well. So yes, I don't think that it's doing what it needs to do for the students. And it can be a lot better than what it is now.